How you doing? I'm Christine and I've been working on a book for the last 2 years and 3 months. That seems like a really long time. Like, it doesn't seem like I've been doing this for that long. I look back at old writing videos and I can't believe 2016 was 2 years ago. Life moves pretty fast. Last we talked, I had just gotten my edits from my editor. Since then, I've been rewriting the book with all these edits in mind. It's been going. I don't know if I've updated you on word count in a while. The draft that I went on submission with that my editor read was 114,000 words, and the goal is to get it down to 105,000 words or less. And I think I can make a significant dent. I don't know how much of a dent, but I'm trying to make a dent to get it down to that number. And then that number has to do with printing the book and how many pages it'll use, I guess. I get this question a lot. Why do you keep having to make your word count less? And the reason behind that is a lot of times you don't need as many words as you're using to tell the story that you're telling. Especially for me, I tend to overwrite a lot in my first draft. There's just some dialogue you don't need or some moments you don't need that just are there for shits and giggles that I liked, but like maybe there's already enough shits and giggles. Every time I go through it, I have more perspective and I'm able to cut more of those words that are not necessarily needed. So I'm calling this draft 8.5 because in between draft 7 and this current draft, I did so many failed drafts where I was trying to make that weird edit change, and like I just can't in good faith call it draft 8 because it's like I did so many weird draft 8s. So this is draft 8.5. I'm currentally at 49,000 words, so I'm a little under halfway through. It is March 26th. My deadline is May 1st. I think I can do it. I'm a little scared. Not a little scared. I am mortified. I have to get my wisdom teeth out next month. They're impacted, but like not impacted like they're underneath my gums like waiting to come up and there's no room for them. Like they've come up and they're just smashing all my other teeth out of the way. Hopefully I can write when I'm recovering. The middle section, as always, is where I'm trying to condense and cut, and I've been able to condense like 4 scenes into 2 scenes. I've been reordering. There's something that happens toward the center of the book that I brought up to happen like toward the middle of the first half, so that has been annoying. I mean I like it being sooner, but it's been annoying because I had to rearrange like all the scenes that come after it, because all the scenes that come after it initially came before this thing, and now everyone's dialogue has to be like morphed and changed and but it's moving. Like I'm happy with it and I'm glad that it's working. I'm glad that I'm making this progress. It's just been annoying and slow. So this is always my tough section because this is always where I'm like, stuff might be able to be cut. What will I be okay with not being in it anymore? I asked you guys for questions on Instagram today. Thanks for sending them. Is there a romance in your book? Yes! My book is a contemporary romance. So there is romance. How do you deal with doubt if your book is good enough with the pressure of having so many eyes on you? You have to write for you, write what you would want to read. And like this book is what I would want to read. And I hate those moments. Now that like it's on the track to being published, since then is when I have these moments of like crippling fear. The only thing you can do is be as proud of it as you can be. And that's what motivates me to keep writing, because every time I rewrite it, I'm more proud of the final product. I love it. I'm writing what I love to read, and that's what I'm going to continue to do because it makes me happy, and I hope it makes other people happy. I hope it brings you joy. Did you immediately fall in love with your characters, or did it take time? For the most part, it was love at first sight with all of my characters because I already knew them going in. It wasn't like I went into it not knowing what I wanted my characters to be. How many pages will Again But Better be, roughly? Honestly, I have no idea, because what I'm looking at right now is a double-spaced manuscript. So it's completely different than the formatting that you see in a novel. I'm gonna say 350 to 400 pages. I'll let you know as soon as I know. Did you know what POV you wanted to write going into it? Or did you contemplate between a few? I definitely knew, like right off the bat, I wanted it to be first person POV from the main character. I have so much fun writing like that. I've written a bunch of scenes from the next book that I want to write. I'm not positive about the POV in that book yet, but I think I'm gonna end up doing first person because I want to write the way that makes me happy. And writing third person, right now at least, I feel more separated from the character. Like I like to slip into their mind and be them. And when I'm writing third person, I feel like I am a step away from their brain. And it's just not as much fun like that. Maybe I'll evolve and I'll decide otherwise, but right now I wanted to write first person POV. The next book that I'm planning to write definitely has at least 2 POVs, and I'm excited to like get into these characters' brains. The lead in this book definitely is more similar to me than the leads that I have in the book that I'm planning to write after this. Is your book a rainy day type of book or a beach day book? I'm hoping it's both types. Because rainy day you want like a cuddly, fun, comforting thing to read under the covers, but beach day you want like a funny, bouncy story to read near the water. It's both of those things to me. Who would your main character be friends with in the MCU? This is tough. She'd most mesh with Spider-Man because he's the closest to her age. You know, she's 20 and Spider-Man's in high school. Is there anything in your story that was in the first draft and has stayed throughout all the editing and rewrites? Of course! Like, all the plot and like a lot of the dialogue that I haven't cut is original dialogue. The dialogue is my favorite part. And like, although I've cut a lot of it because I had way too much, so much of the stuff that I originally had down is still in there. Are you worried that the editor and or the publisher will make you change the story so much that it doesn't feel like yours anymore? This was a big thing when I was talking to the different editors that might have been interested in the book. You discuss what their vision for your book would be, and if that doesn't mesh with your vision for your book, then you don't necessarily want to go with that editor. I really liked my editor's vision for the book, and I thought it matched my vision for the book. The book has gone through so many edits, and I still wanted to have that same heart that I wanted to put in it in the first draft. I don't want to cut so much that it loses that and becomes something else. And that's something that's been on my mind a lot during this draft. Like, if I change this and cut this, is it going to be too different from what I wanted this book to be? And that is actually a big reason why the big structural change that I kept working on and redoing in between my submission draft and the edits wasn't working, because it essentially was changing the heart of this story. It was changing the way you feel when you read it. Long story short, I'm determined and very passionate about making sure that the story has this tone and the feel that I originally wanted. I love this question. Describe your characters through an outfit they would wear. So I can give you the outfits of my main characters, because they all have their cartoon outfits. Just like, you know, like every person you know has a cartoon outfit that like you picture them in when you see them in your mind's eye. Like Chandler, I'm gonna picture him wearing a sweater vest and pants. Like a green sweater vest with a taupey collared shirt underneath it. I was talking about this with my friend Julia. Her cartoon outfit is a gray dress with leggings and a belt and a sweater. I'd love to know what you think my cartoon outfit is. So we've got my lead. I'm gonna call her S because her name starts with an S. Her cartoon outfit is so simple. She's just wearing jeans and like a black turtleneck. Just like Batman in Batman 1989. Her clothes are really simple. Then we got her roommate. I'm gonna call her B. She, all the time, because they're outside a lot, is wearing this really cute aqua green petticoat. She likes to wear red lipstick, and she wears a beret sometimes. Then we've got the love interest, who I'm gonna call P. You're gonna find him in jeans, not tight jeans, just like regular jeans, like a plaid shirt with a shirt underneath it. Atticus, we're gonna see him in like a baggy sweater-ish shirt, like kind of like a sweatshirt sweater that's not tight, and jeans. Our main character's other roommate, did I tell you her name yet? Sarah? Her name's Sarah. There you go, another name. You got Atticus and Sarah. She likes like really sleek looking stuff. So she has a lot of little black dresses and blazers. That's her style. Oh my god, those are my lead characters. I feel like I just shared so much. Last question for the day. What time of day do you enjoy writing the most? Now, I enjoy writing whenever, but I find it so hard to write anytime before like 2 o'clock. I just like fall asleep. I don't know why writing in the morning makes me fall asleep, but I just get so tired. It's like reading on the couch in the morning. I find it really hard to stay awake. After I get my Starbucks, like I'm good to go for the rest of the day. I don't know why that happens in the morning. Like I'm writing and it's fine, but like I get slow and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, and I'll be taking a nap. Like, I'll be just napping all of a sudden. Like, I was writing, and now I'm a nap. As always, I'm gonna wrap this up by sharing a song from my writing playlist.
It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hits you when it's too late, hits you when you're down. It's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown.
That is gonna be it for today. much for watching. I'm Christine. I'm at XTeenMay on Twitter and Instagram. I make videos every Tuesday. If you hit the bell below, you'll be notified anytime one goes up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support and kindness throughout this process. I will see you next time. Goodbye!